We are at the Tampa Super Show. It's Tuesday. It is what they call Media Day. We got our media pass, and we're headed to Keystone and seeing what they've got available. It's going to be fun. So we're going to look at every camper we can possibly fit in about 3 or 4 days. And just stay tuned. We'll vlog as much as we can. I'm with Nick from Keystone, and you all know that I am a huge Montana convert. We got our Montana last year and just love it, love it, love it. Wait till you see the new models. This is the front office.
Yes, 3941 front office. And it's one of those things where over the last few years, more and more people are camping full time or taking their work with them on the road, right? And so we wanted to make sure that we gave you a dedicated office space versus just trying to set up at your normal dinette. So we're excited to show you this floor plan because what I believe is that we didn't really sacrifice anything in it, but now you've got this beautiful front office. Look out your front windshield and see whatever the beautiful campsite is that you're at.
Wait till you see this. I'm gonna let Nick do the talking. Let's go inside. You're gonna wanna see this. It's fantastic.
Perfect. So I'll save the front for last, but first, this is our kitchen in this 3941. And one of the things that we wanted to do, as always, is storage is key, right? So big, giant pantries here to put anything you've got, pots and pans, all of that. But as I go to show you the front office, one of the things that we needed to do was condense down this kitchen space some. And I know you're like, oh, Nick, we need all the kitchen space we can get. Well, don't worry, we didn't lose anything. What we did was we eliminated this island, so now you have a big open concept kitchen. But now you have 2 big pull-out drawers that are here, additional countertop space on this side and additional countertop space on this side. So now you have the adequate space that you would get in an island, but with drawers pulled off to the side. Up front, we've got a big king bed with washer dryer prep, plenty of space in the bathroom as well. And then we can kind of showcase into this front living.
Before we go there, just share a few of them. We have this same refrigerator in ours, and this is just absolutely fantastic with the inverter that we have and the solar power. We've traveled as much as 12 hours in one long stint. And with the solar power and everything, we still had full battery when we got there. So it's absolutely a fantastic, and that's your entry-level package is your 200 watt.
200 watt system, yeah. So every Montana will come with our SolarFlex 200, which has that 200 watt solar panel, a 15 MPPT charge controller, and then we invert, we prep 7 outlets in here for for 110 power if you choose to upgrade, because as you mentioned, we can upgrade into the SolarFlex 400, which then you can get into, making sure that you've got an inverter on board, additional solar panels. This specific unit already has an inverter because it has the residential refrigerator, so you could just add an additional panel, and then now you can start utilizing those 7 pre-wired receps if you're off grid.
And for those long travel days, you want to keep all this cool, but you want to get your slides out and you want to get your jacks out and to have full batteries. And then I noticed this as well. You've gone to the Furrion.
Yep, we went to the big
those stoves are awesome.
24-inch Furrion stove. One of the reasons too, if you look, this has a 3 burner. I know some people do 4s. The reason we do this 3 burner is because then you can actually get adequate heat out of all 3 spots. A lot of the ones when you get to 4, that 4th burner, if you try to ride all of them at one time, you're just not even getting enough to boil water.
So that's like a medium-sized, high-end home unit. Yes. So nice. Okay. Yep. And then you still have dining. You haven't shortened the space for dining for 4.
Plenty of dining. We talked to some customers earlier that said, hey, it'd be nice we just had Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner or different things. Well, you push these off. Now all of a sudden you can make a big table here where you can have 8 people sit for a nice meal as well if need be.
All right, let's go see the sleeping area.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like even though with this, there's nothing that's been short from space. We'll go back here and look at this first.
So big king bed, wardrobe hanging back here, and then you have the washer dryer prep in the back. One of the things you notice as we walked back, we stepped up into the back end. The reason for that is because now we have this big pull-out storage tray that's underneath, so plenty of storage underneath. And then one of the other things is you now actually have a outside kitchen on this unit as well, which is going to have a 24-inch griddle and a 12-volt refrigerator drawer that's located underneath as well.
And for those of you who want the king, you still have, the big debate is how do we make them up? You still have plenty of room, and you'll see me here in the mirror. Yeah. We still have plenty of room to be able to make it up, and that's always the complaint. Oh, I don't have enough room to be able to make it. And you can still do this with a king.
Yep.
Very nice. And then you've got a good sized bath here, very nice sized bath, very similar to what we have in our Montana. The only difference is you got a place for your garbage can. I know you don't think about these little things till you get out in one and go, where do we put the thing? and then the big shower area. But we've got to go to the other end, Nick. That's where
Yes,
it's
the
this is
important
payday
part.
here.
Yes.
Let's go back there.
Yes. So up
Start with the
front,
living area first.
yes. So up front, this is going to be pretty much a conventional front living floor plan. I mean, this didn't change anything in what we currently do. You have two tri-fold sofas. You've got your power recliners that look straight at that TV, which
So nice.
It looks at that 50-inch smart TV that has the JBL surround system that's part of it. You also have a nano subwoofer that's located beneath it or
We have the
behind
same
it.
system.
So beautiful entertainment center that looks straight at it. But like I said, this is a normal front living that we do extremely well with. The important part to this...
But these fold out as sleepers as well?
Yes, these will both fold out into sleepers as well. So that's a great layout here, but the important part that we want to make sure we show you is this front end.
I covet this area. This is payday. I'm going to follow you.
Okay,
Let
perfect.
you show us the fit here.
So
Look at this.
we step into here. Now you have a nice, concise office space. So dedicated spot, sit and have your laptops, your dual monitors, whatever you have here. You have power underneath to run your core down. Little cork board to put pictures of the family, the grandkids, whatever you want up on this side. You've got spot for your printer, filing cabinets, all those little things that you need when working on the road. But the way I envision this is whatever your favorite campsite is, whether that's looking over the lake, whether it's looking over the mountains, whatever it is that you love and covet, just imagine sitting here, working and look at that view the whole time.
It's incredible.
So you got AC that comes into here. You've got a window on this side that opens for breeze that comes in on here. But we just wanted to give a true dedicated spot because in that way you can do your work, and then when it's time to get back to relaxing, just close the door and you're back out of it, right? Instead of having all of your stuff set up on that dining room table.
So you can see they've got it strapped here for travel, but the sliding door, so the world can continue back here. And you've seen what I've had to do. You saw in our first fifth wheel that we had for almost 8 years, and I took the dinette out. Yeah, it was great for office work, but we always missed that dinette. And now we've gone to a complete portable solution. It's workable. It does a great job. We can serve our clients. We can provide our YouTube content that we have here. But to have something like this, for those of us who have to work on the road, whether you're spending like Joan and I long timers or you're full time, and to have this space to where you can hold your client meetings and your Zooms and just get work done and not have to tear it down every time you turn around.
Yep.
Awesome. Wow. We bought our fifth wheel too early last year.
I'm glad you like it. I appreciate you taking the time.
No, this is the home run.
Yes.
We do have one more we want to show you.
Yes.
And here's what he was talking about, where you've actually got some cook space. Look, you got these giant, this one actually has one giant awning here, and then of course you've got
two
a small
awnings, one here and then one over this
to
slide.
give you some rain protection. But then look at this.
This has got your burner, your 24-inch burner that'll pop out and kind of come down here, and then a little 12-volt refrigerator drawer. So
eggs and butter and bacon, and then you do your breakfast outside. It makes it so fun. And then more storage.
And then more storage, and you can kind of see from this spot, but this has got a big pull-out storage tray, which we can show on another unit
we'll
as well.
show the storage tray. I think that's a biggie here. Let's walk over there and look at that real quick. So in all these units, you can get a better view here of these slide outs that you have for this storage.
Yeah, so this is
this
rear end,
amazing.
big, more I'd traveled.
Look at this.
This has an 800-pound weight limit, and this will
Look
pull
at
out.
this. Here, you just got to get the dimensions of this.
Yep. So you can pull out. This is just over 8 feet long total,
His
but you get
hands are
over
completely
6
spread
feet.
out,
Yes.
still more. And then look, you can reach in here and pick things out. And then look at this from the outside. You've got, all your other things that are important when you camp. And this unit, as well as the one with the front office, has this as well. So
Yes, sir.
It's quite amazing. All right, we're going to show you one more here before we leave. Okay, we're going to do a rear kitchen. I just want to give you some options. And again, just to show you these huge, comfortable floor plans. If you're like Joan and I spending 7 to 8 months out, or you're full time, this is what you don't want to give up, Nick.
Right.
You want it to be home.
So one of the things very similar to the last unit in this rear kitchen, we went away from the island and did a wraparound countertop space because that island can get congested up here. So instead you've got spot for like a little coffee bar, anything that's over here with a window that opens. We try to think of the little things where we even are going to put a small little broom closet and on this side of the refrigerator with power in there. So if you've got those little Dysons that you want to plug in or anything like that,
so important.
That can get tucked away on this side. But plenty of countertop space, as we talked about in the last unit, that Furrion 24-inch range. And then we've got up front on this one, a big walk-in closet that's pretty neat as well.
And we have these GE, this exact same GE on our Montana, and it is huge and spacious, and you can get everything in it that you need. It also has ice maker equipped,
Yep.
if you choose to do that. But it looks very similar to our fit and finish that we have here as well. All right, let's go from the rear kitchen here. Again, through this big, spacious living area. Big, spacious living area.
So once you walk in the unit, right here at the door, you've got a nice half bath. I'll let you slide in there. But
oh yeah,
big half bath, and that's located right off of that front door, so that way you can sneak right in there and utilize that.
Notice this? That's called storage, y'all. Yeah, you want storage. You can never have enough storage, Nick.
Nope.
And then all your electronics, this is pretty much standard. They're all the same. Oh, you got In Command here.
Yep, this specific unit does. This is our legacy package. So this one's got our full body paint, which comes with In Command, disc brakes, side cameras, a power cord reel. There's a couple different things that we option all on our legacy, but that's what this unit does. But what you'll see is inside, the fit and finish is the exact same, whether it's our normal Montana or our
your nice Montana, your nice maple finish is
Yep.
just huge.
Yep.
It's just such a huge deal.
But this has got that king bed again here, and then the reason that half bath is important is because we do a front bath on this one where you've got double vanities, plenty of storage here, additional linen closet on this side.
Well, we have the same vanity setup, but what we don't have is
this
I'm so
walk-in
glad
closet.
I didn't bring Joan with me
Yes.
today. Guess
So-
what I would be trading up for?
So huge walk-in closet. I mean, you can see I'm standing on the front.
Look at this.
I'm standing on that front ledge, and I still have headspace here.
Wow.
But you have hanging space, all sorts of spots for Joan's shoes that she can put on this side, and still washer dryer prep as
And your
well.
washer and dryer prep here if you choose to do that. But look at this, a walk-in closet. Now, this is what's so interesting when you look at these. Let me back up.
Yep.
You've got two individuals, and we travel in what we call a hub and spoke mode. And I was sharing this with Nick. We're getting dressed, we're getting ready to head out for the day to do all of our tours and hit the vineyards and those types of things. Look at all the dressing space you have here. This is absolutely fantastic. You guys did a great job.
Thank you so much
These
for
are
taking
awesome.
the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, not everyone wants a big giant fifth wheel, but they do want the fifth wheel. There is something about the fit and finish of a fifth wheel that Joan and I like a lot, and we like that general living space. We think is very important because we're in it for so much. But not everybody wants a 42-foot like we've got. And Keystone also has some really nice, smaller units. Not quite as heavy as what we've got, but there's still nothing really short on the comfort. So let's look at some of this one. This one is the 302 RS. This is an Avalanche by Keystone. So we just kind of look at what this fit and finish is. This one has the Samsung refrigerator in it. It's going to be a little dark in here. We can't turn the inside lights on. But again, when you're looking at this, you've got your nice, very similar to what Joan and I have in our Montana. You've got a different style of furniture in here. But you have the theater seating. You've got the big couch. Of course, you have TV. Dining area, just like ours. Big bar, nice. Pantry area. You don't think about this till you're out for a couple weeks and you're having to run to the grocery store every 5 minutes to get something. But big pantry area. Coffee bar, just like ours. One bath, though. This does not have the two baths. So you do have the single bath. Still, you're not cramped up. Same type of shower that we have, single basin. So you're gonna, when you go to 42 feet to a little smaller, you are getting with a little less space. Still the big king bed, and then plenty of closet space, hang up space. So a very nice unit, very spacious. TV can be mounted here with no trouble. Little area for the ladies for their makeup. Plenty of closet space. And then again, just the view from up here. A view from up here, you can see, plenty of living space. Very comfortable fifth wheel. All your electronics are managed right here through this panel. Smaller unit, but you're not hurting. You're not hurting for comfortable living space. Very nice. Very nice. Nice Furrion again. Seeing Furrion a lot this season. We did not get Furrion in ours. We bought a COVID build, I guess you could call it. So we don't have the nice Furion, but I think I'm going to upgrade to that. Furion, you hear me? You know where I'm at. I'd like to try your new stove. Here's another interesting Avalanche Keystone fifth wheel. I want to show you this. This is great if you're traveling with the kiddos. A 378BH. We'll start here in the living space that we're seeing. Again, very similar to what we have seen in some of the others, but this has a bunkhouse. This has a bunkhouse. I can't wait to show you that. Kind of a big seating area. Seats 4. You're not going to have the wraparound here. You've got to do something for your bunkhouse, and you're going to have to give some space. But still, look. You got the big coffee bar. You got the big pantry over here. Big 3-door refrigerator, residential style refrigerator. Plenty of cooking space. Here's the selling point when you're traveling with the kiddos. You can stuff them in here, boy. Look at this. This folds out into a bed. That sleeps 2. This folds down into a bunk. Sleeps 1. How many you want to bring with you? Another bunk and another bunk. Oh my gosh. And of course you can mount the TV in here to keep them entertained. If you're traveling with this many kids, you're going to have to keep them entertained. Look at this. What a nice bunkhouse. We've got a bath here with outside access. So you got a bunch of kids back here. You're going to want that second toilet here and the sink to wash up. Again, looking at this living space, very nice. Plenty of seating space. Again, big pantry. And then everybody sitting here has got a great view of the TV. You aren't sitting here with all crooked necks trying to watch it. And let's go up here and look at the main bath. So the bath is very similar to what we saw in the other units. Big shower. Very similar shower to what we have in our Montana. And then of course the big bedroom area. Pretty much common that I'm seeing in most of these. Yep, on the side you got a place to put your phones. Keep them charged up, very important. And then you got the big hanging closet area, and then you can use this for foldables, or you can put a washer dryer in there if you choose to do so. And you can put a TV in here as well. So nice unit. Very, very nice unit. Great bunkhouse for a fifth wheel. Isn't this nice? A ton of kids in this thing. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to be leaving Keystone here in just a second. I did want to show you just a few things here. This is something that we're seeing more and more of. And this is the 360FL Avalanche. This is something we're starting to see more and more of. This one is equipped with the a Dragonfly setup with the lithium. Looks like 200 amps of lithium. You think about this in lithium, that's almost 200 amps of usable lithium. And this is something similar to what we've seen in the Montanas with the big living space up here, the 2 big couches. 2 big couches here. And then of course your theater seating here. Great view of the TV. TV comes up from the televator, closes the window off for your daytime viewing. Nice kitchen area here. Coffee bar, tons of storage. Big pantry over here. Samsung triple drawer refrigerator. Furion again. Nice dining space. And then this is going to have probably the big storage area down on the bottom. This is a build-up as well. We saw that with some of the Montanas. But again, the bath is very similar to what we've seen in some of the others. The bedroom is very similar as well, with the big shower and toilet area. Nice units. Very spacious. Again, this is something I can't share enough. Look at how much space that you've got here to be able to get dressed. So important. Somebody can be getting dressed here and somebody can walk by and you're not all cramped up just trying to get dressed for the day. Very nice. Separate heating and air front and back, very important. And I'll just kind of give you another view here. This was lithium powered. It's so important as you're traveling those long distances. We traveled 12 hours one stretch last year. You got to keep that refrigerator going. And then you got to get the slide outs and the jacks out when you get through. So all those hydraulics take a lot of power. Slides take a lot of power. And you want to have full battery. So this has got solar equipped up top. Very nice unit. Today I'm with Austin. We're at New Horizon. This is all custom fifth wheels. You only make fifth wheels?
Correct. Only fifth wheels and factory direct. Yep.
And factory direct. And these things, now, these look like very high-end. It's custom homes. They're just on wheels, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
I'm going to let Austin take us on a tour and let him talk. These things are incredible. Let's start here in the living space.
So we've got two lines at the moment. We're sold out to 2025 model year. So we're in a Summit right now, which would be our lower or our more entry line. We still do fully customizing in the Summit. What we don't do is the floor plan. So we've got, at the moment when we were selling, so this rig actually here was 4 floor plans. This is a 39 rear kitchen. You could do all the customizing as far as like countertops, tiles, wood colors, stuff like that. What you couldn't change is the overall ghost of the floor plan. So if somebody, this is a 39 rear kitchen, if somebody walked in and said, well, I like this, but I want to do a 38 rear kitchen, in a Summit we couldn't do that. In the Majestic line, we'll do anything from 33 to 47 feet. So anything under the sun. So if somebody walks into something like this and wanted something maybe a little shorter than this, a little bigger than this, or to take certain aspects of this and change it around, in our Majestic line we can do anything we want to. So we can go from 33 to 47, as many slides, rooms, styles of kitchens, toy haulers, non-toy haulers, and you can kind of just go crazy. And the customization just really, it's all just questions. You can ask and all I can say is no or yes. And we're just trying to, we're in that little small niche of the business for, I will say most of our customers are full-time. We do get some, people who are snowbirds, some business owners, people who, if you've got the value there to build something this
long-term
large
living
and long-term use it. Trying to get, decades of use out of a single RV versus, feeling like you've got to, either go on to something new because the styles change or because of service aspects or something like that. We're trying to build something that you can kind of keep with you for longer periods of time.
And I imagine between this unit and the other unit that we're going to try to get into, there's a price point difference because you're going more standard in your package here where the other was fully 100% custom.
Yep. So
what I like about this is real furniture. Real furniture. You're not looking at plastic stuff that you stick to. This looks like a home, a regular sticks and bricks home. This is amazing.
So there's a lot of, everybody kind of gets to the idea and because everybody else in the industry, you got to pick certain things or you can't change certain things. So even in the Summit line where we really tried to, keep it as customized as we can do, but still keeping it kind of where the Summit makes sense. So still being able to change countertops and some of the cabinetry stuff and backsplash and, floor and all that stuff. Sometimes that's all people need. You don't need to design a whole new floor plan and redesign the wheel. I just want to choose, what kind of, tangible touch and features, and even when it comes to cooktops, microwaves, appliances, things like that. Furniture, some people want different things like that. They don't need to design a whole rig, so that's where the Summit kind of fit into that niche of being able to change what it looks like and feels like, but maybe not design a whole new thing from the start.
Well, let's look at some of the features here. Let's start back here in the kitchen.
So this is a customer. This is already bought. This is a customer's rig as well. So he's got no oven in here, and then he's got a pretty large induction top. He decided to go with not our standard appliances, so he's got a GE style profile microwave and then a Bosch style fridge. This is definitely a different fridge from what you'd see in your average setup. I think he is less on the food side, more on the drink side. So he's got a fridge that's very well set up for drinks, and then he's got even a wine
Look
cooler
at that.
as well.
That's amazing.
So
is that the inverter fridge that's coming up by Bosch? Very low power consumption?
I'm not 100% sure. So this isn't my customer. I haven't double checked on that. But
just 100% electric coach?
Because he's not no gas top. Other than furnaces. Furnaces always have gas, obviously. If you do the cheap heat, you could use those electric.
Right.
And technically create an almost 100% electric coach.
Right.
I have a couple of my own customers that are doing stuff like that, doing fully electric tops, microwave, fridge, and then staying away from if you're not using the furnaces, then you're not using any gas.
Right.
So,
yeah, beautiful. Look at the cabinetry. The cabinetry here, even in your standard.
Yep.
The cabinetry is just absolutely all solid wood. Cherry? Is this cherry?
Yep, it's all solid cherry. So this is our mission style, which would be our standard door profile, which is just a nice square mission style. And then this is unstained, so there's no color added onto this. It's just cleared. And then we've got other options that go into levels of brown and a little more color in there.
Even your trim, even all the trim around your slide out here is all cherry.
Yep.
Just handcrafted, just beautiful. And then you overlook things like this. Where do we put all the heavy coats or the spillover storage that we need? You guys really are making it like Like a home.
It's all about
Just like a
using,
home.
like home materials. So you're using more solid materials. You walk into a lot of things and you start touching around. Everything looks nice.
It does.
But when you start to walk around and start to touch on things and see that, doors are hollow and empty, we
Right.
use solid slab doors. And you start touching on stuff and finding that, it's the plastic pieces here and things like that kind of fall apart and deteriorate over time. When you're, especially if you're going to be a full-timer, if you're in this 365, you really get more wear and tear on something
Right.
than you think you do. And even just being in it constantly and using it, you find things that just kind of deteriorate faster. So we're all about using, higher quality products and trying to put things together a little bit better on fit and finish, so that way it can, withstand the hurricane of going down the road, and then obviously living in it.
We're two large guys walking here, walking on the floor. Very, very solid. What's the foundation that you have up underneath the flooring here? What is this?
You've got, obviously, I won't go into the frame, but above the frame, some of the Majestic vary just a little bit on the aluminum. But we've got an 1.5 inch solid floor with a plywood decking on the bottom, a weather barrier under that. You go on top, you've got 5/8 plywood, and then whatever your flooring material is. So in this case, he's got 1/2 inch hardwood in here. So he ends up getting pretty close to about a two and some change floor, and pretty solid. So we do
An aluminum structure up underneath
aluminum
it.
structure.
Yeah,
So
you can
everything
tell.
we do, and this is probably where we stand out really differently on structure, is we do a closed cell foam insulation everywhere. So we're talking about floor, slide walls, roof, and everything. And that allows us to do a hot glue lamination style system. So we're not doing any vacuum bagging or hung walls or things like that. So when we're building floors, slides, roofs, and items like that, it's a solid pressed piece. So you've got a lot of structure, and it helps you. You're not going to have, like in the floor, that spongy
No give,
smushiness,
yeah.
no give. Especially if you're building the floor plan with a lot of open space, or if you're got a heavier set guy or something walking around. A 200-pound guy can walk around and feel some of that movement, some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's solid.
So,
and I like that. I mean, just looking at the detail, these are all custom made. Now, this isn't something that, factories kicking these out every 2 days. You can just look at the little small things like how the slide out seal when they come back, and the bull nose fronts and so forth. Very nice.
So some people like,
great craftsmanship.
It goes back to that level of customization. Some people like to do carpet, and like this, having hardwood on the slide, you've got to have that noser. If you wanted something really flush, you could do carpet on the slide and keep that down, keep it a little more low profile. So that definitely helps a lot. And
The craftsmanship's amazing.
Only building about 25 rigs a year, so it's a lot more handmade. It's kind of like getting a house made. You go through a long process of designing some stuff. So.
Just the little details. Look at the steps. I mean, just the custom wood and the venting of the steps and the lighting. Just all hardwood. It's just amazing. Let's go back up this way and just see what we have for bathroom and bedroom.
So we can swing up in here, and two of us can probably fit in the bathroom.
Oh, no kidding.
So in our Summit, we do a fiberglass one-piece shower, which is pretty common what everybody sees across the board. This is a pretty wide. It's a house residential shower, so it's 36 by 48. It's a pretty wide setup. It's if you're super tall, where I find the fiberglass kind of becomes an issue is if you're one of those 6'2" style people.
Right.
RVs really start to not be made for anybody once you start getting tall. So the Majestic, we do an onyx panel shower, which keeps the base really low, and the customization as far as shapes, sizes, and colors goes through the roof. Meaning if you are somebody tall, you can, somebody in the 6'2" area, you can get that low profile shower with a skylight and still have that room above your head and get that usability. So this is more of that one person bathroom where you've got everything on a side hall. In the Majestic, you can design bathrooms like crazy.
Yeah, and you got the nice, big, full, tall toilet.
Yep,
it's not turned at an angle
toilet
that you have to worry about your knees bumping into everything. Very nice.
Yep, good size vanity with medicine cabinet storage inside.
Plenty of storage for your towels and those types of things. Oh yeah, tons of storage. And then we'll go back here into the bedroom area. These floors are crazy. These are beautiful flooring. Oh, nice.
So this is a no vanity slide on this. On the Majestics, it really just depends on design. Some people, when it comes to the vanity slide, when you walk in from the side, the vanity slide gets, helps get things out of the way. If you walk in from the middle, you can, it's all about design here. It's not more slides is always better.
Right.
But this is a pretty decent design, and
I like that you got
closet.
space on both sides for. It's so many. You have nothing on the side. You don't have a place to put a glass of water at night or lay your phone or any of those types of things. Nice big closet back here.
Yep.
Oh, washer and dryer.
And we did a barn style door in here. So the Summit,
Nice.
I mean, there's some things in the Summit when it comes to doing the full-time stuff. The Majestic is just one step farther. So a lot of people getting into the Summit is kind of, you're getting into something and maybe figuring out the customizations of what works for me and how am I going to use
Right.
it. And plans always change. You might get into something, now, and how you'd use an RV in 5 years or 10 years is a massive difference. So we do get a lot of return customers, some that start in summits, figure out kind of what works well for them, or if they need an office, or what's kind of going on, and then they'll design a Majestic with all of that knowledge on what I need to kind of go forward and be in the long term.
But am I correct that your chassis are the same?
We build both chassis in-house, but
Okay.
they're not identical.
Okay.
They both have a 12-inch I-beam. The box tube is where it really changes in the overall design.
Because of weight.
Because of weight, yep.
Right.
The goal of the Summit when we first started was to get people into a new horizons, to get the quality, and not everybody's looking for a very expensive, very long rig.
Right.
Some people, when it comes to weight, trucks now are getting very impressive.
Right.
So weight is becoming, I don't want to say less of an issue, but kind of less of an issue.
Not everybody wants a tractor trailer to pull it with. Right.
So now what we tried to do in the Summit line was to get a couple floor plans that fit, 80, 90% of the
Right.
people. Build a chassis that was a little bit lighter. All of our Majestic stuff is a little overdone. The chassis is heavier than it needs to be. It's got a little more than it needs to. So we underscaled the Summit a little bit. We've got a little bit shorter of a unit, trying to keep that weight down.
Well, we've come over here now to the Majestic, and this is 100% custom. You go to the factory, or you were telling me that you could even do Zoom calls, but a lot of people come to the factory. You pick out fit, finish. This is a total 100% custom as far as what you want.
It is a one of one.
Anything you want, you can get, or as close as you can get to it.
Until we say no.
All right, this is incredible. Look at this fifth wheel. It is amazing. Now, the other one was sold. Is this one a customer's as well?
This one is a customer's rig, yep.
So they picked out everything in here, and this is to their taste and their design.
A lot of the times, when you walk into somebody else's rig, it's if you're walking into somebody else's Grand Design or something like that, you have the same floor plan.
Right.
They've just done things to
Not
make it
here.
their own. When you walk into somebody else's New Horizons, you start to wonder, why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? Well, they did it for some reason, and a lot of things in here, including like not having a sofa in the back, are just things that they chose to do.
Right.
So there's a lot of, this is a natural cherry unit as well, rustic, so you got a really nice finish. This is also a solid hardwood floor, and then he's got a lot of granite countertops in here. So
This is stunning. I'm going to just kind of pan around here. We've got a nice widescreen lens on here so you can kind of get a good wide view. But just look at this. This looks like a very high-end, custom-built sticks and bricks home. Again, you can tell this is all custom for this specific person's needs. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this. Just even down to the bookcase. It's incredible.
Yep.
And the dining. Okay, they didn't want the table. They just want. This is a couples coach, and they are going in ultimate luxury, aren't they, Austin?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of, this is, what you'll notice on this is this customer base loves things a lot more traditional. I mean, you can tell with the wainscoting and the color palette.
Right.
This is definitely a more traditional style rig. We do things that are very modern, and more often than not, it seems like everybody's going to these modern colors and modern designs, very straight edge. This is quite polar opposite. I mean, you've got crown, you've got corbels, you've got...
I call this wine
colors.
country. This is all wine country. This is naughty cherry. This is just absolutely stunning. This, what's the counter surfaces? Is this marble?
This is granite.
This is granite.
Yep, this is Gallia ornamental
Oh my
granite.
gosh, you've got granite inside of a fifth wheel.
Yep.
And copper finish.
He's got some ORB style, faucets. He's got a nice big single bowl Blanco sink. Dishwasher with a wood front. So just doing some things to get those amenities and some of the things you need to live in. Because when you're full-timing, everything's with you.
They didn't want a stove, so they went with convection oven. And then, is this induction top?
Yep.
Yeah, induction top.
Not big. This is being a great example of somebody looking for, not a big cooker at home.
Right.
So having a very small induction top to not take up counter space and not take up oven space. So for people, who are good with the convection microwaves, maybe they don't need the oven. Everybody's kind of different. We'll still do large ovens.
Still do a good stir fry, or you can take the sauce and keep it hot. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice big GE 3-door fridge. The same fridge I've got in my fifth wheel. And then again, I want you to look at this flooring. The flooring, is this cherry as well?
This is a hand-scraped hickory.
And look at this. Again, as we saw in the other model, we're walking around in this unit, and we're two big fellas. The flooring in this thing is it's like a sticks and bricks, just solid as can be, just storage everywhere. But this, oh my gosh, look at this.
You walk up into the bathroom, and this is a center entry bathroom. So where this one really differs from the other one is if you are looking for more walking space in bathroom, this is a 2-button bathroom. 2 people can, transverse through this bathroom.
Right.
Whereas the other one, once you're in, you're in. Nobody else is coming in.
And that's the big challenge when you have 2 couples who are getting ready to do their touring. Joan and I do a lot of vineyards and things like that. So we're getting dressed in the morning, we're getting ready to take off. We do what we call hub and spoke travel. So every other day, we're parked somewhere for a week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We're getting dressed, and I mean, just the dressing space of getting ready here, the shower, the bath, just beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So
fixtures.
vessel bowls, this is all stuff they've chosen. This was that onyx shower I was talking about, giving you a little bit more of that height. He didn't even do the skylight, and I am.
You don't need it.
I'm a 5'9", so I'm not a tall
Yeah.
guy, but I've got plenty of space here. So somebody getting closer to that 6-foot mark is going to have no trouble as far as height goes.
Right. Well, I'm 6'1", and I would have no problem being in there. Here, I'll just step in here. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". And if you look here, I've still got a good hand up above me. So even, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", no problem whatsoever, big. And then your controls here, what is this system here? I'm seeing this throughout the
We use a
visual.
Firefly control system. So in the Majestic, you've got backlit panels all over the place. Almost all of the lights are dimming. So if you're not big on bright lights, you can dim down some of your ceiling lights, your accent
nice.
lights, stuff like that.
It's incredible.
And it's integrated to control a lot of things. So it controls your lightings, your awnings, your slides, and pretty much everything from top to bottom.
Beautiful. And then I'm a door opener, so there's your head that you have. So you've got your own water closet, and then another
Washer and dryer.
big washer dryers.
Yep.
Splendid. I mean, this is a lot for portable units.
Yep.
This is a good couple days of bath or sheets. Yeah,
And we
nice.
can do bigger. We've had some people do LG wash towers and stuff like
Really?
that. You just got to ask for it.
Have
And
the
then
space.
he's got some more storage over here.
Look
just
at
'cause
this
he got it.
for all your bedding and towels and things like that. And then lots of storage in here. Oh, look at this.
And then he's got a vanity slide in here, so we've got more physical floor space.
Oh,
more
I see what
walking
you're
space.
saying.
So everything slides out. He's got all this shirt closet storage, deep drawers. I mean, you name it. This can encompass a lot of things in here. And then he's got a queen size bed in here with some big nightstands.
We went with queen in our latest. We had a king before. We haven't found it to be a problem. What we like is this extra, and these slides, you got to manage your slide spacing, but having the little bit of extra space on the sides and doing those types of things.
Yep.
Plenty of hanging space.
Got a full size closet. Shoe shelf in the front, plenty of hanging
Sure.
space all the way across. A little bit more storage over here on the side.
Very nice.
And then this unit, because it is a Majestic, he's done things like the mini split cassette system. So this does heating and cooling, and this is actually on right now, and this is as loud as it gets.
Oh, that's incredible.
So at max volume, we're going all the way, maybe 45 decibels or so. So for those light sleepers and those people who really, a lot of us get bothered by noise. Some people don't, but when it comes to some people, if you're sleeping or watching TV and you just can't stand the noise of the AC system, the mini split system is deadly silent.
Well, we're having a conversation, you don't hear it, but I'll just come here and stand right directly under it. This is directly under it, and that's all you hear. From the bedding area, it's so slight. It just almost sounds like a breeze on the outside.
Yep.
Beautiful fifth.
Got a
This is
flip-up TV in here, so if you're not into
Oh, look
watching
at
TV,
that.
you can put it up and put it away. You still have a window behind. It's all, again, going back to customization. He's got a pull-out drawer right here.
Oh,
for a
nice.
laptop, so just kind of depends on how you want to use it.
Well, I just have to share the close-up with this, and I'm going to turn on some lighting here just so it'll brighten it up, just so you can see fit and finish. I mean, this is incredibly high-quality woodwork. There's not one single thing out of place. Every fit, every joint is just absolutely breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Beautiful, beautiful fifth wheel. Thanks, Austin. I appreciate the tour. This is
Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.
amazing fifth wheels. These are absolutely stunning. Thanks. Well, I thought that I had seen everything in we'll just call it the toy hauler or the fifth wheel plan. Wait till you see this. We're going to start in the living area. This one's a little different than what I showed you in the previous one. This one's set up for big entertainment. It doesn't have the seating inside this area. This does not have the L-shaped seating you saw in the other. There's a good reason for that in just a second. And of course, you can flip this up for 4 or just use it for 2. Still good, easy viewing of your entertainment center. Just tons of storage. Again, you've got your little sleeping storage area up here you can utilize. Good size galley, big galley. A little breakfast area. That's very nice. Travel for 2 or just what you're trying to do. Another coffee bar, more storage. Plenty of space to do your cooking. Joan and I both cook and like room for two to work. I think two can work in here relatively easy, not too much trouble. Kind of give you a good view here of the living area from that. And sleeping quarters and main bath. It's going to be located that here. That can be for washer and dryer, and of course that's for hang up storage. Two ways to get into the bath. If you are taking a shower, want to come in here, not have to walk out through the door and come back in, you can do that, have all your privacy. Very nice. Something that, it's the little things. I know this sounds crazy. It's the little things that matter. When you have a big queen like this, usually you have nothing on the side just to set your phone or a glass of water or anything of that during the night. Just little things like this. Somebody thought about that. And I know that seems minor when you're looking at the whole scope of things, but it's those small little comfort areas that really make it nice. Now, I'm going to show you the first thing I've ever seen in a fifth wheel. Look at this. This is the toy hauler area, but yeah, this has a detachable bar. Would you look at that? This also can be folded down and made into a bed if needed. You also can bring this down as a bed if needed. This is on casters, so you can roll it outside. And it can be party central. Isn't that something? So you can move all your toys out, whatever you have in here, set this up, and then it is ready for entertaining. I can just see this when Joan and I go to the vineyards. Isn't this amazing? Stools, the whole gamut. This is something else. This is wild. Of course, you got a little half bath in here. And then again, the back deck area that you can always enjoy when you're out. It doubles. It's either a ramp or it can be your back deck area. So this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, what a day it's been. The end of day one. This was pretty much set up for press and vendor folks. You can't buy tickets for this one. And the good thing is I got access to a bunch of RVs, and I can't wait to show you those, and got to talk with some of the industry people. So it's been fun. We're here for several more days. Looking forward to the meetup on Friday. It's gonna be so much fun.